Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
We bring you the second game for this Sunday, still live from the San Andres Sports Complex here in Manila. It's the 1600 boys from the south who will take the court for this game, as Biñan, who struggled all season long, will try to salvage some pride for their last two games, going up against the Cavite City Aces Solar, who is rounding up their eliminations campaign and would want to enter the postseason on a high note as we continue the live coverage of the country's premier youth basketball league, Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. On to game number 2 of a 9-game slate ngayong linggo. Mamayang hapon may Manila at Davao pa po tayo in their own 3-game set and 3 more D-League games. Ang sasalubong sa atin, 5, 640 and 820 with the Marikina Junior Shoemasters and the JY Batang Kangkalu finishing off this Sunday. Magandang umaga muli sa inyong lahat in the historic San Andres Complex. I'm MNDR kasama Ray Hoble. Magandang umaga sa iyo uli, Ray.
Good morning, partner, and we're here for another treat.
Another treat indeed. Total medyo polar opposites. Itong parehong kupunan na i-cover natin in game number 2, Ray. Umpisa na nga natin talking about the struggling Biñan Tatak Gel, and they've struggled all season long, and that continued in that loss against Las Piñas.
Yeah, they're pretty much out of the running dito sa ating tournament, no. Na they're officially booted out in the playoff run, no. So makikita natin they're trying to salvage some measure of pride na lang dito sa laban na ito, no.
Of course, still would want to make good habits, and if ang coaching staff dito ng Biñan, well, you would also want to end your season on a high note that you could hopefully carry over in your future assignments, not just in this league, but maybe in the leagues that you would be joining in the future.
Yeah, definitely. And isang ano rin dito is gusto natin bigyan ng opportunities rin yung ibang mga players that somehow ma-uplift yung kanilang confidence level.
Dito naman tayo sa kabila. Speaking of confidence, coming off a victory, itong Cavite City Aces Solar with that victory against Bawan.
Yeah, against Bawan, they were up against a tough rebounding team, no? They were clobbered 20 rebounds sa laban na yon. But then again, they were able to make it up by outrunning yung kanilang opponents, no? They were able to force turnovers, 22 turnovers. On the other hand, 22 turnover points din yung kanilang nakuha.
7-3 are the Cavite City Aces Solar so far in our team standings. But malaman na nga natin if they could head into the higher part of our South Division, or will Biñan salvage some pride and get a victory? Now let's head over to Denzel Santiago to introduce our starting lineups.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, Junior MPBL fans. Welcome to San Andres Sports Complex here in Manila, as we bring you the continuation of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. The next basketball action continues between the 16 under of Biñan Tatak and Cavite City Aces Solar. We are live on our official Facebook page and YouTube channel of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. And now, it's time to meet the starters, beginning with the Biñan Tatak Gel. Guard number 99, Andre Lacanay. Also guard number 13, Ranger Sarmiento. Forward number 18, Gabriel Cornejo. Also forward number 11, Gian Kirby Bautista. Playing center number 21, Simon Moreno. Head coach of Biñan Tatak Gel, Mr. Alan Bangahas. Assisted by Rod Ponsalion. Team manager Almer Almazola. And now it's time to meet the starters from your Cavite City Aces Solar. Guard number 34, Leodil Hilot. Also guard number 79, John Clerk Pozo. Forward number 9, Cisco James Rukid. Also forward number 19, Matthew Acello. Playing center number 24, Riley Smith. Head coach of Cavite City Aces Solar, Ervin Sionel. Assisted by Ian Espina. Team manager Ren Manson. Our games officials for today's match, Mr. Noy Guevara, Sir Alan Barria, and Sir Jack Caugiron. Our Executive Director, Mr. J.R. Navarro, and our Junior MPBL Commissioner, Mr. Kid Picasso. Once again, this is your Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 2, ang Liga ng Bawat Batang Pilipino.
Tip of time for game number 2. The right team starters for the Aces Solar, we have Hilot, Poso, Rockid, Aceldo, and Smith. Para naman sa Tatak Gel, we have Dakanay, Sarmiento, Conejo, Bautista, and Moreno. For their starting 5 in the 16 under South Division matchup. One of the top teams sa ating division, the Cavite City Aces Solar, 7-3, going up against the 1-8 Biñan Tatak Gel. Nothing to play for in terms of playoff positioning para dito sa Biñan specifically. But we spoke about Ringa na minsan yung ganitong games as a player, this is really where you could end your season on a high note and really kind of prove to yourself na kaya mo naman sumabay with a top team such as Cavite City.
Yeah, and this is also a good opportunity for the other players to showcase what they are made of. Baka naman kasi meron dyan na hindi lang nabibigyan ng opportunity, and this is the opportunity that they've been waiting for. Baka naman sa susunod na tournament, mabigyan na sila ng more exposure.
Certainly in Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL, the type of platform that we have, you never know who's watching. No? So yung itong it could be a no-bearing game, pero nga, baka may makakita sa'yo and see some potential in you, and that could open up opportunities for you in the future. So we see Smith heading to the line. Early couple of baskets for both these teams. Of course, Biñan has really struggled throughout the season. Only a lone win in their first 9 assignments. One of the teams at the bottom of our team standings, but doesn't necessarily reflect the lack of personnel na meron sila kasi yun nga, especially this kid, itong si Gab Conejo, one of the premier players in season number 1. So I was really quite surprised na itong Biñan team had only 1 victory to their name throughout the season. As we see Hilot getting another bucket. Speaking of season 1 na mga players, no? Leo Del Hilot did a name for himself in season number 1, getting that foul counted move brought to us by Pound for Pound Fitness. Be Liga ready.
Etong si
Hilot getting that bonus free throw. Lead to 3 now, 5-2 para sa Cavite City. They're going inside against 2 defenders, a bit too deep was Moreno. As he heads to the line. This is Simon Angelo Moreno. A go-to big man, averaging 6 and 6 in the season so far. Short on the first. Has the size, certainly. To 16 under. Missing on both charities, though. Going reverse. It's an excellent move coming from Gian Kirby Bautista. Under 8 minutes left. This is Aceldo. Long 2-pointer, that short. Battle for the rebound. Smith picks it up and puts it in. Riley Smith. Another pound for pound fitness foul counted move ang ibibigay sa atin. Be Liga ready.
May pinag-uusapan tayong player kanina, no? Sabi mo nga si Leo Del Hilot, no? Si Leo Del Hilot is no stranger to sa mga big time tournaments. In fact, he was playing in another league and has led his team to a national finals stint.
Talagang mga high caliber player itong si Leo din. As a back-to-back buckets ibibigay sa atin ni Bautista. High scoring affair we have here. Just 2.5 gone by here in the first. As Hilot once again, right on cue. Strong start para kay Hilot. Has 7 to his name. Biñan will turn it over. Ahead of the pack is Aceldo for the lefty finish. And this kid as well. Sa 14 under division natin in season number 1. Made an impact para sa Manila. He made a good run dun sa ating playoff but fell short. Pero one of the players na para sa akin talagang stood out along with itong si Bo Jelen in that team. That they were the 1-2 punch in that Manila squad. So really nice to see na yung progression dyan mo talaga makikita, Ray. No? Talagang from 14 to 16. Yes, they are wearing a different jersey but nevertheless, they are getting another spot in the next age group. Celdo secures the board, zips it to Hilot for another easy 2. Hilot so far already has 9. 9 of the 14 nitong Cavite City.
So natural, no, para kay Hilot na kagad na talagang meron ipapakita itong taong ito, no?
Sabi nga namin ni Coach Noy, ito yung Hilot na parang nambubugbog na talaga
Akala ko yan yung Hilot na yung mild lang, no?
Hindi siya mild He really could do damage against your team. As Conejo scores on the other end, cuts the lead down to 6. Hilot once again. Pull up. That short para kay Poso. Pass a bit too strong. Looking to save it was Moreno. Five and 20 left here in the first.
With the kind of pace that we're seeing, it looks like we're seeing a wide open pace dito, no, sa laro na to.
Let's see which team kung kanino magfe-favor yung ganitong klaseng tempo. Very loose. Game number 2 as Conejo short on that 3-point attempt. Hilot. They will reset. Rocket. Cavite City will turn it over as Ronquillo will be called for an illegal pick. Under 5 minutes left in just the first period.
Ito si Leo Del Hilot, no, natatandaan ko. Silang dalawa ni John Canapi. Yung in fact na kinuha from the national level to represent another city competing in the international level.
And sila yung magkakampi rin in that Mindoro team in season number 1. As we see Aceldo knocking down the 3. Matthew Aceldo. Not quite yung the numbers that he had in season number 1 in the 1400 division to be specific. Pero mas mabigat din talaga yung players dito ng Cavite City in terms of finding that mix.
Sometimes sometimes mga coaches parang challenge din talaga yung trying to balance things out no, sa talent level ng mga players mo.
As Aceldo scores once again. Aceldo now has 7. As Cavite City is threatening to break this game open early. As we take another look at that Aceldo 3-pointer, that previous possession. We have a Nature Spring timeout with 4 minutes left here in the first.
Head coach of the Biñan Tatak Gel, Coach Ralph Pantaleon, said that key player Justin Dagutan will not be playing today's game as he has a game with his school FEU. Biñan only has 8 players today as most players also has to prioritize their school, but coach said that they only play to enjoy and showcase Biñan's talents at malaki naman ang tiwala ni coach sa kanyang team kahit na hindi rin sila nakapag-ensayo dahil hindi naman mahirap turuan ng mga batang ito. Jaime Henry.
Thank you. That was CJ Ang helping us patrol the sidelines for all the 9 games on this Sunday. The number of players nga daw ang hindi available para dito sa Biñan. Although one available player for them is Gabriel Conejo, poster boy of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL in season number 1. Getting that to trickle in is Elon, first player in double figures with 11 now in just the first quarter.
Yeah, I was supposed to call him Mr. Automatic eh, no?
Almost another turnover para sa Biñan, but they would keep it on the baseline. We just might hit the century mark dito. And the pace this game is going, already 21 points para sa Aces Solar. 3-pointer, masyadong malakas para kay Encarnacion. As Hilot will be fouled. Seems to be hit on that right ankle.
That's one thing that you want to avoid at this stage, no? Na especially now, napapasok na tayo sa playoffs. You want to preserve as much as possible your key players.
Kasama rin yun, no? Whoever will be healthy
Yeah.
heading into the postseason certainly plays a part in terms of your success.
Laging kalaban ng players yung injury eh. Yan talaga eh.
Gets both as Hilot will take a seat.
A good time to rest Hilot, no. Mukhang kailangan niya muna magpahilot.
That might help in that ankle. Lead up to 11, 23 to 12. Saceldo will come up with a steal and a foul will be called here against Encarnacion. I may be mistaken, but I believe Encarnacion actually played for Cavite City in season number 1. So yun naman yung mga gusto rin nating nakikita, no? So some players going up against their former teams. Gab Conejo, one of the San Pedro Spartan players naman in our last season.
Sometimes may no? May extra motivation yan sa player no? Na when you are competing against your former team, you want to try to prove something.
Kahit dito sa bata, that competitive fire at an early age. So mong nasisimulan na rin kaagad. And whenever you could find that motivation nga to maybe play a bit extra, gusto mo talagang gamitin. As that Conejo,
Sayang yun.
Moreno, but that sorry miss underneath. Aceldo pulls it back. Kick out to Santos. His pull up, that short. Encarnacion ahead of everyone. Gets that easy layup. Lead is down to 10. Under 2 minutes left here in just the first period. Santos, excellent fake. But he knocked down the 3. Smith takes it to Aceldo. Great ball rotation. Rocket. 3-pointer as well. Masyadong malakas. Aceldo. That time able to find Ronquillo underneath. To up the lead once again to 12. Side-step maneuver. Sarmiento will be fouled and will head to the line for a couple. That will put 2 on Ronquillo. 2 early fouls for their big man. I don't know if na-cover na natin yung Biñan and Cavite City in the past, Ray. But I always like it when you mention sinong prominent player ang naaalala mo when you talk about cities such as Biñan and Cavite City. Is there anyone that comes on top of your head?
Well, kung Cavite as a province ang pag-uusapan natin, of course, the Ocampo brothers. 'Di ba? Ang kwento nga sa akin diyan ni Ranidel meron silang bangka dati. Pag mag-high tide, bibit-bitin nila papunta rito sa may sa may Pampang, 'di ba? Para hindi tatangayin yung kanilang bangka.
The Ocampo brothers certainly.
Actually, may kapatid yan Hindi lang si Ranidel at saka si Yancy yan magkapatid na nando sa larangan ng basketball. May kapatid pa silang mas matanda na hindi nakarating sa big time basketball league.
So it runs in the blood, sabi nga nila.
Oo.
Conejo will try his luck from the line. Short on the first. Lead sila at 11 para sa Cavite City Aces Solar. A minute remaining here in our first period. This very high scoring affair that we have. Second game pa lamang of a 9-game slate. An action-packed Sunday. Hatid sa inyo ng Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. Mendoza. He will try from outside. Still off. Only 1 3-pointer para sa Cavite City so far, or for the entire game for that matter. 1 out of 6 after that miss para sa Aces Solar. 0 out of 3 naman sa kabila para sa Biñan. May got 0 out of 4 of that miss from Granada. Trying to make a move, but turns it over. Almost is Santos. It will stay with the Cavite City Aces Solar with only 11 seconds on their shot clock.
So babalik pa yung bola rito sa Biñan sa susunod na play after this.
Ronquillo. Now Aceldo to Smith. Another nice find coming from Matthew Aceldo. With that 3 assists early in this ball game. Para kay Matthew Encarnacion. Only 3 seconds left. They have to put it up. Encarnacion knows it. Couldn't hit the 3. And at the end of the first, it would be a 13-point advantage, 28-15 para sa Cavite City Aces Solar. Look at some highlights in our first 10 minutes of action. That was Moreno. That early bucket. Hilot with 13 all in the first. Then maaga pang ang pinagpahinga. Matthew Aceldo trying to be that Robin to Hilot's Batman. He has 8. Matatapos nga ang ating unang yugto. It would be a 13-point lead para sa Cavite City Aces Solar, 28-15.
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
Still here in the San Andres Complex here in Manila for Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Second quarter about to resume in the 16-under matchup between 2 South Division teams. The Cavite City Aces Solar, 7-3, approaching this ball game as we see Aceldo joining Hilot in the double-digit mark. Already has 10. Conejo from outside. Finally, knocks down the first 3-pointer para sa Biñan after 6 attempts. 7-6 now para kay Gab. Cross court, Rocket. Pacanya. Pass stolen by Conejo. Stepping through. Excellent escape para kay Jarzel Granada. Hilot back in the ball game. Great execution there para sa Cavite City. Sa Solar.
It's a
leading to that
classic
John
give and
Poso.
go, no? With Poso at the receiving end.
Lead up to 12 once again. Under outside shot. That won't fall. Poso this time giving it up to Hilot.
Nothing you can do about that when you have Leo Del Hilot finishing the break.
Go to the corner. Back to Conejo. Open momentarily, but short on that attempt. Tayo sa kabila. Aceldo once again. Going to that strong hand. Points now. Palamangan ng Cavite City. Conejo, same spot, different result. Trying to save it was Granada. As ball will go back Cavite's way. It's under 8 minutes left in our first half of action. Pacanya, one of the crowd favorites. Pag nagpupunta kami ng Montano Hall, talagang papapasok pa lang itong si Pacanya. Talagang nagwawala na yung Cavite crowd. Rocket. Couldn't hit on the step back. Under chance. This time giving it up. Hilot off the glass.
So Pacanya talaga siya, no? Pacanya yung apelido, not Pacana, no? Kasi may PBA player dati, remember, Chris Pacana, no?
I believe it is Pacanya with an Enye. And speaking of Enye, negating that shot was wrong.
Oh, wow. Oh, sayang.
Couple of attempts from Hilot. Couldn't convert. Dito naman tayo sa kabila. Conejo shows them how it's done. Go outside to Pacanya. He will be fouled.
You could tell, ito si Pacanya, hindi 16-year-old to.
Speaking of mukhang 16-year-old, let's head over to CJ Ang for a report.
Thank you, Jaime. Cavite City Aces Solar head coach Irvin Shonil said that most of their players are also prioritizing school games at para kay coach, school comes first. They weren't also able to train but all their players are under a prodigy camp so the chemistry is there. Coach is not happy to have a shallow bench but nonetheless lalaban sila kahit anong mangyari. Jaime and Ray.
Thank you, CJ, and certainly a challenge, especially at this point of our Manny Pacquiao's junior MPBL season. No? Yung availability ng players due to their school commitments, certainly. Sabi nga ni Coach Irvin, as reported by CJ, that it would take some priority over commercial leagues.
You know, it's not easy to balance things out, no? If we are
Rocket with that finger roll. Short on that attempt was Biñan. It's 5 and 12 remaining. Approaching halfway through our second quarter. Conejo Encarnacion will take a seat para sa Tatak Gel. Pacanya magtitimon. Gets it to Rocket. Thinking three. Couple of steps closer to Aceldo against two defenders. Aceldo now has 14. Inching closer to the 15-point output nitong ni Hilot. 2-on-2 on the other end. Rocket. He will be clipped. Flashes a peace sign to our cameraman.
gusto niya yan kesa yung nababangga siya.
So we saw that Aceldo attempt earlier despite two defenders draped all over him. I like to see these kids, parang they're having fun. This is the type of ball game I feel like kids love, especially nowadays. No? Parang mas free-flowing siya. Very open court basketball.
And a good way as well for the coaches to make some experiments, no? Makikita mo rito na ano pa ba ang pwedeng magawa ng mga players natin sa Cavite City? How far we can go? 'Di ba? Can we go the extra mile? Baka naman pagdating sa playoffs, meron tayo rito mga untapped talent pa na hindi nakikita. And this is the best way for us to showcase it.
Parang audition piece na rin, right? To be able to make a name for yourself, possibly. Rocket gets the ball stolen, gets it back though, making up for that earlier turnover. Hilot challenging the defense of Madriaga. Couple more free throws coming Leo Dil's way. Hilot had a bit of an injury scare in that first quarter. Nice to see him back on the floor.
Alam mo kasi yung mga players na ganito at this level, kahit na may iniinda, gusto niya maglaro pa rin eh. Diba? Ayaw na magpahinga.
As we saw earlier, some fans dito sa San Andres Complex, and as Coach Benji Paras used to say, napakasipag ng fans natin dito. Nanonood na live, nanonood pa sa live stream. Through their mobile, of course.
Oh, that's how our viewing habits had changed, you know, through the years.
Moreno. Outside shot. That's off. 22-point lead now para sa Cavite City Aces Solar. Dahan-dahang bumibitaw itong Cavite City. The same was what Biñan did in that 14-under game earlier as Hilot gets 2 more. Make that 19 now para kay Leo Del Hilot. Take another look at that Moreno bucket earlier. Trying to keep Biñan close. And Hilot with that turnaround. Closing into 20 in just the first half. We have this Nature Spring timeout. (48 to 24). Biñan still trailing. Kalahati ang output natin dito. 3:22 remaining in our first half. Biñan trying to stop the bleeding. But this won't help their cause as another steal and another bucket. This time, Kian Santos joining the scoring party. Under 3 minutes remaining. Bautista looking for the Moreno pick. Only 5 to work with. Ball stolen once again. Aceldo takes it on the other side. 52 points para sa Cavite City Aces Solar here in the first half. Another steal. Hilot looking to attack. Gets another 2. Hilot now has 21. Could just go for 40 the way this game is going. Fouled in that attack was Andre Dacanay.
And easily, no? Jaime, 30 points na yung lamang dito ng Cavite City, no?
We did point out na medyo polar opposites in the team standings itong parehong koponan. Right smack at the bottom are the Biñan Tatak Gel heading into this matchup. Samantalang itong Cavite City Aces Solar, 7-3. One of the top 4 teams in our South Division.
No, alam mo, one of the rare times that we see yung Tatak gel, no? Na yung kupunan nila nandito sa bottom, no? We are used to seeing teams from Tatak gel na talagang nagdo-dominate, no?
And that really, I guess, spells how much nag-struggle talaga tong Biñan to get some victories on the board in season number 2 at least. In this particular ball game, similar struggle that they had in that game against Las Piñas. And Cavite is not the type of team that you would really want to give an early lead. And pag-usapan na rin natin doon sa 14-under game kanina that if you are gonna spot any team dito sa ating Manny Pacquiao Jr. MPBL an early double-digit advantage, it becomes extremely, kumbaga, exponentially harder para sa'yo na makabangon.
Yeah, especially with the kind of pace that we are seeing at this level na yung oras mabilis, the action is also fast-paced, di ba?
56-28 now, exactly a minute left here in the second as Aceldo will take a seat. Takanay floats it up. Too strong. Smith with a board. Rocket. Ooh, excellent move from Rocket.
Sayang, ang ganda ng spin niya, no?
Everything but the finish. Granada on the other end. He will be fouled. Will have to earn it from the stripe. Mendoza will be called for the personal. Third team foul para sa Cavite City Aces Solar. Granada, chance to add to his tally. So far has 6. Make that 7 of that conversion. Two out of 2 from the line. Lead sila at 26, 56-30. For the hold for virtually the last shot, itong Cavite City. About a little over a second shot clock and game clock difference. Rocket go outside. Mendoza too strong. Great steal here coming from Bautista. Still 2 seconds. Drops it off. Would have counted if it went in, but that won't fall para kay Andre Dacanay. As the first half buzzer will sound. Still a 26-point advantage para sa Cavite City. That move earlier coming from Jarzel Granada. And ito nga, pouring it on. Aceldo, Hilot, and that time Rocket. And it's 56-30 at the end of the half in favor of the Aces Solar.
Mga kaliga, kasama po natin ngayon ang team manager ng Cavite City Aces Solar, Mr. Renzo Malonzo. Sir Renzo, how do you see the team's chemistry at this point of the season?
So far naman, okay naman yung chemistry nila. Mayroong mga players na wala ngayon dahil may previous commitment sa schools. Pero mindset is for the guys that are here to step up. And so far, kita naman, we're leading by 26 points. So, okay naman. Thank you.
Sir Renzo, meron po ba kayong gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Shoutout lang kay Mayor Denver Chua sa sponsors. Tsaka yung girlfriend ko, may flight later. Thank you.
Thank you and good luck po sa inyong team coach. We will be back after this short break.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL
would like to thank Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos, ang pambansang cassava, Nature Spring, #1 bottled water in the Philippines, Pound for Pound Fitness, Be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear, Wing Bowl, it's like coming home, Chris Jacob Collection for affordable but quality daily perfumes.
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo. Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo. Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL.
Would like to thank Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos, ang pambansang cassava, Nature Spring, #1 bottled water in the Philippines, pound for pound fitness, B Ligaretti, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear, Wing Bowl, it's like coming home, Chris Jacob Collection, for affordable but quality daily perfumes.
At the half, it's 56-30. Cavite City Aces Solar with his 26-point lead against Biñan Tatak Gel. Some highlights in our first two quarters where it was a high-scoring affair. Finished our first quarter with a 28-15 score. Actually, both quarters, 28-15 in favor of Cavite City Aces Solar. A couple of players already in double figures with Hilot leading the way with 23 markers. And Aceldo also has 16. Some statistics here at the half. 51% field goal shooting dito, Ray, para sa Cavite City. Really, kumaga, spells why they are up by 26.
Yeah, when you give up 51% and then shooting 33%, so don't be surprised if you are down by 26 points. So, aside from that, makikita mo Cavite City playing much better as a team. 19 assists compared to only 8 for Tatak Gel, no? And then the biggest story of the game, of course, also is the number of turnovers so far. 12 already for Biñan as against only 5 for Cavite City.
Doing it on both ends of the basketball, itong Cavite City Aces Solar. Pouring in the points, but also making sure that they're limiting itong Biñan Tatak Gel, not really allowing them to gain any sense of momentum. Of course, 7-3 itong Cavite City Aces Solar, a chance for them to move up further atop our standing. Samantalang itong Biñan, we already spoke about, Ray, how this game is kind of no bearing na para sa kanila. But nevertheless, you would still want to end any season, for that matter, on a high note, and for these kids to be able to still learn good habits along the way.
Yeah, and then, of course, for Cavite City, we know that they're already in. So far, tied for 3rd to 4th spots sa ating team standings. Hoping they could end the elimination round campaign on a high note and something that they could carry on pagdating sa playoffs.
Yeah, certainly, itong Cavite City Aces Solar, one of the teams to watch out for. In a team with Aceldo and Hilot at the forefront of their attack. Dangerous team kung makakaharap mo to in the postseason. Sarmiento opens up the scoring festivities dito sa ating second half. This is a similar starting lineup para sa Cavite City Aces Solar. Great defense there para sa Biñan. A bit more sense of urgency dito to begin the third. Aceldo, his pass. Too much zip, too much mustard. Kaya nga, as a rocket. Nice spin cycle, but Moreno not expecting that pass. Just quite. As Biñan adds another turnover. Baseline jumper, that short para kay Hilot. Takbuhan tayo dito. Sarmiento. Missing on that layup. Hilot. Will turn it over. Could have given it up. Yun yung medyo siguro kailangan din pang ma-develop dito ni Leodil. No? Parang yes, you were able to beat your defenders, but yeah, giving up that pass early.
But he must identify when to stop and when to go. No, kailangan it takes a lot of brain power para ma-develop mo yun eh.
So we see the Kanay hitting on that floater. They down to 22 once again. Great ball rotation as they find Smith underneath. Couldn't hit over Moreno. Under 8 minutes left. Granada. Now Moreno against 2 defenders. He will be fouled. Great aggressiveness here para sa Biñan to begin this third quarter. Let's head over once again to CJ for a report. CJ?
Thank you, Jaime. Kabadong-kabado sa larong ito, itong sinabi ni Leodil Hilot ng Cavite City dahil madaming wala sa kanilang team pero idadaan na lang nila sa sipag at tiyaga and hope that this will be enough to get this win. Jaime and Ray.
Thank you, CJ. So far, so good. Para dito sa Cavite City Aces Solar and Leodil Hilot. Kinakabahan pa pala yan, Ray, no? Pagka 23 points lang naman in the first half.
Hindi naman halata.
Of course, Leodil just, I guess that's really the humble side of him, no? Despite knowing probably his capability, not making sure that he's not underestimating any opponent. Lead down to 19. So Biñan trying to make a game out of it. Shot clock is down to 6. Moreno will finish off the spin.
But there's one guy dito sa koponan ng Cavite City, no, na hindi nila inaasahan sa puntusan. But this guy, ito si Smith, that anything that he contributes sa offensively, parang a bonus for them, no? But he has been one of the most utilized big men dito sa koponan. Uy!
Contact in mid-air.
There was a contact there, but it was let go, no, by the officials.
Cisco Rocky, though, was there for the follow-up. Rocket so far, 8 points to go with 8 assists. Getting his teammates involved. Lead now at 25. Excellent find, Dakanay. Would have been an end one as Smith will be called for a foul. Great backdoor find there para kay Dakanay. Cavite City with 2 team fouls. Dakanay will hit the first. The basket by Rocket earlier. All-round performance para kay Rocket. Charity split for Dakanay. He gets the ball back. Gonna hit on the floater. Gets another offensive rebound. Pass. Intended for Sarmiento. Intercepted by Cavite City. Outside attempt. Masyado malakas para kay Kian Santos. Just one and done. Para sa Aces Solar. They're still up by 24 as Hilot picks the pocket of Sarmiento. Sidesteps his way to the other end. Leodil Hilot already has 25. Moreno. Outside to Gab. Conejo, PP hit. Despite the traffic, gets the bucket to go. Giving us yet another end one brought to us by Pound for Pound Fitness. B-Liga ready.
Hindi madali yung dinaanan ni Conejo doon, no? He just ran into a traffic but able to maneuver his way to the basket and was able to complete a possible three-point play opportunity.
Team foul number 3 para sa Cavite City Aces Solar. Exactly halfway through the third. Couldn't complete the 3-point play though. Was Conejo. In the earlier ball game sa 14 under division, in case you missed it, it was Biñan dominating itong Cavite City Aces Solar to move to 9-1. Samantalang Cavite City, for that 14 under team at least, will still hold on to that 8th and final playoff spot. Encarnacion pulling up. Too strong. Celdo another board. Santos, finger roll. So patuloy itong fast-paced ball game natin. 28 points for each of the first 2 quarters para dito sa Cavite City Aces Solar. A bit of a lull dito sa ating third if you compare it dun sa 28-point output nga in both quarters. Still a 26-point advantage for the boys in blue. And 42 still left. Hilot gets that one to rattle in, showing us the range. Little Hilot already has 28. We're just in the third period. Third try. That will work para sa Biñan. 7-point lead now. Hilot from the other wing. Way off. Still up by 27. Are the Aces Solar. Less than 3 minutes remaining sa ating third quarter. Madriaga looking for a friend. As Encarnacion couldn't get that ball across. It's a turnover here para sa Biñan Tatak Gel. Mendoza back in para sa Aces Solar. Rocket against Conejo. Only 3 to shoot. Mendoza has to put it up. Long 2-pointer. Off to the left. 4-on-3. Moreno leading the break. Blocked by Rocket. Smith, siya naman ang aatake. Short on that layup. Quickly on the other end. Conejo with a pull-up. Short. Still off on the second try. Biñan will keep possession. Only 13 left on the shot clock. This is Bautista. He will pull up. 3-pointers not falling para sa Biñan. Only 1 out of 12 in the ball game so far. Encarnacion. Kick out Madriaga. Shot clock at 5. Moreno scoops it up and in. It's a great game so far para kay Moreno. 7 points to go with 8 rebounds. Mendoza, his 3-pointer also won't fall. 2 out of 15 naman para sa kabila. Talking about the Aces Solar. Moreno couldn't convert. Battle for the loose ball. Conejo pulling up from the key. Gab Conejo. 13-9 para kay Gab. Celdo missing on that pull-up. Smith gives them another opportunity. Splits his defenders. Looking for a foul. None would be given. About a 3-second shot clock and game clock difference. Bautista gets it to Conejo. Attacks the rack. Finishes with the left. Two seconds remaining. Rocket will run out of time. And it still be a 21-point advantage para sa Cavite City Aces Solar. Approaching the fourth and final quarter. Blocked by Moreno. Trying to do it on the defensive end para sa Biñan. Players really poured it on. Moreno trying to keep his team in it, along with Conejo and Granada. Hilot, after scoring 23 in the first half, has 28 at the end of the third. And it's still a 21-point lead para sa Aces Solar, 67-46 at the end of the third.
Don Benito, Pambansang Kasama, Red Dynasty Seafood and Hot Pot Restaurant, Winford Resort and Casino Manila.
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
Fourth quarter will start with a 21-point lead para sa Cavite City Aces Solar. 67-46. Encarnacion will get the first two of this fourth. A lot more to catch up on if ikaw ang Biñan Tatak Gel. Rocket thought about the three. Couple of dribbles in. Can't get the roll. Smith secures another rebound. Be beaten. Will be fouled by Moreno. Hindi naman ganito lang kung gusto niya.
Second personal foul for Team Val for Biñan. Two visuals for Wiley Smith.
Smith so far in this ball game, 7 points to go with 10 rebounds. Missing on that first, averaging under 5 points and 4 rebounds a contest in 28 minutes of action. Much better performance here. He's really getting his legs under him in preparation for the playoffs, where the Cavite City Aces Solar have punched their ticket. Gets another rebound. The ball bouncing the way of Cavite City. Rocket straight away. Still no go. 2 out of 17 from beyond the arc are the Aces Solar. Conejo asking for it against Mendoza. Stepping back. Jumper. That's short. Eight and 50 left. A second of a 9-game schedule. Hatid sa inyo naman ni Pacquiao's Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Pilot from the baseline. Medyo lumamig na dito si Leo Del after scoring 23 in the first 2 quarters. Biñan looking to run. 3-on-2. Sarmiento. Encarnacion is short. There to clean it up was Gian Bautista. Well to shoot. Kick out to the corner. 3-2 strong, but Smith there to clean it up. 69-50. Cavite, abante pa rin dito. Encarnacion, his floater. Up and good. Beautiful looking floater for this young kid. At Soft touch. Smith took an extra step and will be called for a traveling violation. Aceldo back in the ball game. Papalitan muna si Mendoza. Already has 16. Talking about Matthew Aceldo. So looking to trap is Cavite City. Really making it difficult para maitawid na inkarnasyon ng bola. Aceldo hits his second three-pointer of the ball game. 72-52. Back to a 20-point advantage para sa Isa Solar. Madriaga short on that jumper, but Moreno tips it back in. Moreno, 9 points to go with 9 rebounds, closing into a double-double. Smith from outside. Maybe not his cup of tea. Open on the other end, easy two para kay Gian Bautista. Six and 27 remaining. Aceldo, same spot. Couldn't replicate the same result. As ball goes back to Biñan. Checking back in is Kian Santos. Upo muna si Ronquillo para sa Isa Solar. Still up by 26 big points. 16 points rather. Itong Cavite City Isa Solar. There are a couple of baskets coming from Biñan. Madriaga. Hand off Encarnacion. Only 5 to work with. Conejo. Couldn't knock it down. Tapik. Recovered by Aceldo. Asking for it is Hilot. Challenges the defense of Conejo. And will get the basket plus the foul. Take another look at that move. Challenging the defense of Conejo. Move brought to us by Pound for Pound Fitness. Be Liga ready. Completes a three-point play. Ups the lead to 19, 75-56.
I don't know if it's by design. I don't know if it's by design. But I think it's a good way para i-pull out na rito si Leo Del Hilot, no?
This is a very safe lead, I would say. Moreno scores another bucket. Closing into 5 minutes left. Aceldo actually still in the ball game as well. Hilot already has 31 to his name. As the Isa Solar will call for this Nature Spring timeout. Still enjoying this 17-point advantage.
Ganito na lang ako. I'll try to hear him dun sa bass kahit wala akong ano, ha? Okay.
Back in the San Andres complex here in Manila for game number 2 of a 9-game schedule ng Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. It's 75-58. The Cavite City Aces Solar up by 17 against the Biñan Tatak Gel in this 16 under South Division matchup. Biñan throws it away once again. Rocket with a step back. Short on the 3. Conejo secures the rebound. Double-double performance para kay Gab, 15 and 12.
And perhaps the reason siguro kung bakit nandito pa si Leo Del Hilot is because itong team ng Cavite City wants to develop something na maaari nila madala rito sa playoffs, no?
Pagka may mabubuo ka pa in the
Yeah.
last 5 minutes of playing time, and as reported din na CJ kanina, magkakulang din sa practice time. So maybe
Oo.
itong actual floor time
Right,
would be
right.
where you could build what you would want to build in the absence of those practices. Poso adds to his tally, already has 4. Take another look at that find coming from Matthew Aceldo. Poso with a finish, giving us yet another pound-for-pound fitness foul counted move. B. Liga ready. Couldn't complete the end one. Lead at 16 as Moreno saves it to the wrong jersey. Hilot once again for another easy 2. Hilot with 33.
Perhaps last 2 minutes would be a good time para i-rest si Hilot.
Hindi pa sa 5-minute mark, Ray, no? Kailangan 2 minutes pa. Just really get those reps in with this starting lineup or with this set of players that you certainly would need in your postseason run. Encarnacion. Short on that attempt. Moreno fights for another board. Coneo will try for 3. Still no go. Rockid.
Sine-set up talaga siya eh, oh. Makikita mo eh, no?
A bit too unselfish was Hilot and Rockid in that instance. Parang ayaw nila parehong itira. 18-point lead pa rin para sa Cavite City sa Solar. They've led for majority of this ball game. Really have not allowed Biñan any signs of life. Already led by 13 at the end of the first. And added to that, up by 26 during the half. So it's a much better second half para dito sa Biñan. However, ayan, hindi rin sila nakakuha ng any kind of momentum to threaten itong Cavite City. Just 4 seconds to shoot. Bautista pa rin. Now Moreno. 3-pointers not falling para sa Biñan throughout this ball game. Speaking of falling, lahat naman nahuhulog para dito sa para kay Leo Del Hilot. Already has 35 markers with 2:51 remaining in this game. We have another Nature Springtime out. Cavite City still up by 20. Walang tubig pagkatas ng laro. Kuha ko tubig pagkatas ng laro.
Oh.
2:51 remaining in this ball game. 20 points. Nahabol pa rin dito ng Biñan.
And just like there's going to be a technical foul. It is because the instructions from the coaching staff was to pull out Leo Del Hilot. Leo Del Hilot already entered the game, and then the coaching staff all of a sudden decided to bring out Hilot, but it's already too late, no?
It would be Encarnacion. Assigned to hit this technical free throw. So a bit of a mental lapse para dito sa Cavite City, I guess. They could afford to do so with this
But just like what we've expected, no? That final 2-minute mark is the best time to rest Leo Del Hilot.
Hilot playing under 30 minutes. No? Alas di rin naman siya inupo. Biñan would keep it with still 15 on their shot clock. Moreno. Would have been an end one. Like the activity nito ni Moreno, has a double-double for himself. 3 players actually in a double-double performance para dito sa Biñan Tatak Gel despite the scoreline. We have Bautista, 10 and 11. Conejo, 15 and 14. And ito nga si Moreno, 11 and 10. Sa Cavite City naman, no? Smith is the closest with 9 and 13. Although Smith no longer on the floor as well para sa Aces Solar. Pakhanya.
Oh,
Dials it from outside.
so the guy who replaced Leodel Hilot pick up from where he left off pagdating sa scoring.
First steal of the ball game para kay Pakhanya. Bautista couldn't answer. Rocked. Looking ahead as Hilot is back on the floor.
Si Leodel, no?
Couldn't add to his tally though. Last 2 minutes. Bibitawan dito ni Danzel Santiago, our venue announcer. Hilot. There you go. Make that 37 now para kay Leodil. Lead at 24. Pakhanya. Pass stolen by Encarnacion. And will be called for a travel. A minute and 29 still left. Cavite in prime position to move to 8 and 3. In our team standings, samantala itong Biñan will be sliding to 1 and 9. Granada.
You know, partner, at this stage, no, normally teams would simply relax pagdating sa kapag ganitong kalaki na yung kalabangan, no. But with the way Cavite City is playing, it looks like that they're trying to probably develop a winning habit na something that they want to carry on pagdating sa playoffs.
Certainly, kung saan mas importante yung ganyang habits. Hilot blocked by Conejo. Gets it to Pozo in that instance. Just waiting for the final score. As I thought Cavite would have easily broken the century mark in this game the way that they played nung first half, where they were able to score 56. Granada turns it over, gets a counter steal, and will head to the line for 2.
So, in this virtual series between Cavite and Biñan, it looks like Cavite is going to even things up, no? And the under 18 encounter is going to serve as the pivotal one, no, para sa kanila series, para masabing mapanalunan.
Yun naman ang gusto natin sa ganitong type of setup dito sa ating 14, 16, and 18. Na yes, you are playing for your own division, but gusto mo rin naman mawin yung series for any city that you represent. As they would just dribble out the clock. Just 7 seconds remaining in this game. For a ball game that Cavite City dominated. Starting from the tip. Securing their 8th victory of season number 2 of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. While Biñan will incur their 9th loss of the season. Continuing their woes. So our final score will be 90-65, a 25-point margin para sa Cavite City Aces Solar. Behind the exploits of Leodil Hilot. 37 points para sa kanya. Aceldo, good supporting cast with 19 of his own. Cavite City Aces Solar kind of avenging that defeat sa kanilang 14-under team who also lost by a lopsided margin. Sila naman ang magbibigay ng talo dito sa Biñan. As Leodel Hilot is with CJ Ang as our best player of the game.
Mga kaliga, kasama ko ngayon ang ating player of the game with 37 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists from the Cavite City Aces Solar, Leodil Hilot. Leodil, sabi mo kanina na idadaan nyo na lang ang laban na ito sa sipag at syaga dahil undermanned nga kayo. How big of a win ito para sa iyo at naging player of the game ka pa?
Ano po, tumulong lang ako sa mga team ko at dumipensa lang po ako ng maayos. Yun lang po.
Leodil, meron ka bang gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Unang-una po kay Lord, tapos sa pamilya ko, tapos sa family Hilot, kay Kuya Sheldon, kay Brian, tapos sa family Asada, family Bartonado, family Pontanilla, tapos family Seriano, tapos sa baby ko, kay Stella.
Thank you and congratulations, Leodil. Before anything else, we would like to thank our dear sponsor, Don Benitos, for providing a sumptuous Filipino delicacy to our player of the game. Don Benitos, ang pangbansang kasava. Hi, Menry.
Thank you, CJ, and congratulations once again, Leodel Hilot, for being our best player of the game, and for the Cavite City Aces Solar for getting the victory, evening this series up 1 game apiece. Coming right up, kung ano magbe-break ng deadlock na yan, 18-under division still between the Biñan Tatak Gel and the Cavite City Aces Solar. Magbabalik po ang inyong Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior MPBL para sa'yo, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, klaro na to, huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin, isang pangarap, isang tagumpay, gabay at pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga, nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior MPB.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL.
Would like to thank Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos, ang pambansang kasava, Nature Spring, #1 bottled water in the Philippines, pound for pound fitness, Be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear, Wing Bowl, it's like coming home, Chris Jacob Collection, for affordable but quality daily perfumes,